So welcome the seventh morning ritual that we have on our plan for reducing stress in less than 10 minutes a day. Kind of a tall order, but I wanted to teach you the basic exercise for the vagus nerve calming. And this is coming out of the work of Stephen Borges. He wrote a lot of scientific papers on what he called the polyvagal theory. And it's been taken up by a number of people that do work in cranial sacral therapy, which is one of the modalities that I've been working with over the last, for more than 20 years, actually. So cranial sacral therapy is a very light touch therapy that actually moves and manipulates the bones of the cranium, and then it connects with the relationship between the spine and the sacrum. So as we work with both ends, both the cranium and the sacrum, a lot of unwinding goes on in the body and releasing. And it has multi benefits, many benefits for all kinds of issues and problems like migraine headaches and digestive issues and balance problems, general good health, feeling energized. So again, this is all cranial sacral therapy, but the vagus nerve and the polyvagal theory comes from the understanding that our autonomic nervous system is more complex than we used to think. We used to believe that the autonomic and the sympathetic nervous systems, parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous systems, which comprise the autonomic nervous system, were either one or the other. So either you're in fight, flight, or freeze, or you're resting and digesting, which is, of course, much more relaxing and de-stressing. That's what we want. Borges understood that there was an older part of the vagus nerve called the dorsal vagus nerve, and that there was a ventral pathway also. We want to be in the ventral pathway. We don't want to kind of flip back into the dorsal part of the vagal nerve, because that is connected to a very old primitive aspect of our survival, which is called freeze. So we know the fight and flight idea, which is, when one is in a lot of danger, they're going to get stressed. They're going to either flee, or they're going to turn to their aggressor and fight. But that third tendency is the tendency to shut down or to freeze. So you could hypothesize that somebody that is really in a state of depression, or can't motivate themselves to move, you'll see maybe in the facial, the nerves of the face, that they're not communicating or being socially engaged as well as they could be. That would be an indication that there's one of those cranial nerves are being affected and definitely impacted, and the vagus nerve is also impacted. So without ado, I wanted to share a really special de-stressing exercise, and literally it couldn't be easier. What we're doing is we're affecting a change so that the vagus nerve moves, as I said before, from that freeze, or the older primitive aspect of the vagal nerve. By the way, vagus means in Latin means the wanderer. So it actually moves down through numerous organs and all the way into, it even connects into the digestion. So it's a really long nerve that is kind of central to our ability to communicate and respond socially to other people. Okay, so ready for the exercise? Here we go. So all you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands, or sit comfortably, bring your hands across your fingers and bring them to the back of the head with the elbows kind of pressing out. If that's uncomfortable, or if one of your arms is really sore and you can't stay there, then you could always do this with one hand down, but you definitely need to stabilize your head. That's the idea here. We're stabilizing the head. And then we're going to look all the way in one direction. Let's go to the right to start. So you're going to the right with your eyes, but your head is going to stay where it is. And you're just going to stay here from, might take up to 60 seconds, but what we're looking for is for your automatic system to create a sigh or a yawn. You'll know it when it happens. So a sigh, instead of the breathing in and out, the usual breathing in and out, one would be taking a second breath in, for example. And of course, you know what the yawn feels like. Okay, and then when you finish that, when you feel that yawn or that sigh, you're going to bring your eyes back to center. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to my left, that's your right. And we're going to do the same thing. It looks kind of funny, but so you want to be looking as far as you can comfortably. And then you're just going to keep breathing. Yeah, and there was my yawn. So, that's how long it took for me on the left side. For some reason, it takes a lot longer for me on the left side than the right side. So I find that to be kind of interesting. All right, so I just wanted to show you this beautiful book. You can read more about it. It's a book by Stanley Rosenberg, and it's called Accessing the Healing Power of the Vagus Nerve. So it goes very, very much into depth about what we're talking about. And again, I can't emphasize enough at how powerful this is for long-term anxiety, stress, kind of chronic hyper stress conditions. So if you do this every day, you're going, well, I can't say you definitely will, but I really believe in the power of this healing technique, and literally it takes 1 minute. So I hope that is going to be helpful and inspiring for today. This is Diane from healingintoabundance.com. Come over to the website and send a reply and let me know how you're receiving all of this. This would be great. Take care. Bye-bye.